this. So there. Since we don't have someone here, there's one person here. We're going to talk about the syllabus. Well, let's do that right now. We'll do syllabus and Moodle. So here's that's what my Moodle looks like. And if you click on this lovely sculpture that says Calculus 1, here's our Moodle page. And our syllabus is up there. We were told last semester, by the administration that they wanted us to try to limit the amount of printing we do. And so I was like, well, okay, no one really needs the syllabus printed. It's right there. I'll show you in a minute. But I did print. It's not that I'm not going to print for you when I need to. I have plenty of stuff like this lovely picture of the moon that we'll talk about in a little bit. But anyway, so I didn't print the syllabus. It's up on the screen here. First thing I wanted to show you, though, and I'm pretty sure that, that I was told that that student is not going to be here today, and I will correct my error later. But the thing I wanted to show you is this under class videos. So Moodle, it is what it is, but hopefully you can get used to navigating it as best you can. So under class videos, this I wanted to show you right away, is I have a YouTube channel, and on that YouTube channel I have, that's where I put all the videos. So this video is actually being recorded right now, and it says live, so I suppose you could always watch it live, but I don't know why you would want to. But later on, you could, like here, multivariable calculus, that was the last class that we had last semester, advanced discrete math, and so forth. So you're going to want to look through this for calculus. So if you miss class because of bowling or because of lacrosse or softball or whatever it is, you can always come here to this math classes channel and just find the most recent one that says Calculus 1, and you can watch that. And you can always watch it at double speed if you want to get through it quickly. Also, if you just want to relive the magic of being in class, you can do that by going to YouTube and enjoying that. So there's that, the first thing. So I want to make sure that you knew that. So the next thing is the syllabus. So let's just get this out of the way. It's the thing right above. Whoops. Well, it's there now. I'll go back. So if you're on Moodle, I guess we have announcements about this course. I don't even know what that is. I guess we'll find out. But the syllabus is what I really want to deal with. Excuse me. So let me make this bigger. There you go. So we're just going to go through this. It's pretty standard stuff, but if you have questions or concerns or you're worried about anything, please do let me know. There is a place you can click. So first of all, we are Calculus 1. If you don't think you're supposed to be in Calculus 1, you should let me know now, or after class if you're embarrassed. This is Moore Room 109, my favorite classroom. It's so spacious, isn't it beautiful? So yeah, I make the sacrifice of walking across campus because I care. But anyway, getting back to who I am, I'm John Noonan. I've been here, this is my 28th year. I don't know, it's been forever. Anyway, I've been here for a long time. So actually, I just realized I've been doing this longer than I have not been doing this in terms of my life. So is that right? I think I'm right at the halfway point now because I'm 55. I've been doing this 27 years. 27 plus 27 is 54. Yeah, I'm close to the halfway point. But anyway, so you can find me in Faculty Hall Room 101. Some of you are biology people. I'm right below your favorite professors. So if you know where your favorite, so biology, I'm right below them. So they keep us down below them to keep us in check, I guess. But anyway, FA 101, right when you go into the building, Faculty Hall, you'll find the math offices and just wander around. You'll find my office. I'm in a little area, just start chanting my name and you'll find me. You can make appointments by clicking that link online. Also, you could scan this if you want to make appointments. I don't know why I would. So when you do that, it will take you to my Calendly page. So instead of writing, why did it not do it? Oh, I thought that was a clickable link. I guess I have to copy and paste. But anyway, um, instead of putting down my office hours, basically I'm available a lot of the day. So like, for example, let's say that you want to come see me on Tuesday. Look at this, starting at 6 a.m. Okay, I don't really get here at 6 a.m., but if you want to meet me at 6, I'll be here for you. So if you do set up a 6 a.m. appointment, do it the day before so I know to get here on time. But anyway, look at this. All of these times, if you think you want to meet with me for more than an hour or more than 15 minutes, just, select 2 of them or sign up for two back-to-back blocks. That's fine. So that's how you can set up an appointment. You can also just pop by. I really don't mind. If you're in the math area, please do. Just come by and visit, and that'll be fine. Okay, so you have my phone numbers. Basically, I don't answer this phone. I don't answer any phone. I'm like you. I've started to become like like, do you ever answer your cell phone if it rings? If it's your mother? Okay. Yeah, my mother's passed away, so that's not going to happen. Yeah, I never answer. Like, I look at it and I'm like, not going to answer that. Put it away. But anyway, so if you call me, I'm not going to answer it. But you can text me, and I'll get it. So there's my text number. And then same with my office number. I don't know, I'm never there when it rings. I think that's the problem. So voicemails, they go to my email box, so I'll get those pretty quickly. You can email me. The university, a lot of this I was told I had to have on my syllabus. So this is the university's preferred means of communication, apparently. It's also my preferred means, I think. I don't know. It depends on what you're doing. Don't text me every day, but, if you want to text me, that's fine. Like say, hey, are you going to be in at 6 a.m.? I'll say, yeah, I'll be there. Okay, onward. Course description. This is an introduction of differential and integration of elementary functions. We'll get to what all that means in a bit. Oh, so curious. No, I'll ask later. I've got a question for you, but I'll ask later. Calc 1, textbooks, course materials is Calculus 1 on Lumen, so I guess we're going to skip ahead. We'll come back to the rest of the syllabus in a minute. So Lumen, what is Lumen? Well, Lumen is sort of a course homework management system that my colleague adopted, and so he told me I had to do it as well. So let me show you that. I guess it's part of the whole Moodle thing. Okay, so what you will do is at some point during the next couple of days, you'll go on to, and this should have been embedded. You should have, in the whole course fee thing, I don't know how it all works. It's something in the background, but you should have access to this already. And if you don't, you should let me know. But on Moodle, you can go down any of these little things that look like puzzle pieces. Those are homework assignments. And all of the things that don't look like puzzle pieces, most of them are the textbook. So it's all embedded in Moodle. So for example, and I think the first time that you click one of these, it'll have you sign up or, I don't know, identify yourself. I've already identified myself. So here's what this looks like. This is just the Lumen ohm. Yeah, I know. It's the unit of measure for resistance. I don't know why they chose that. Like an ohm. It seems like you wouldn't want to be like, I'm like resistance. You want to be something like current, like the ampere. But anyway, so they have ohm is the name of their program or whatever they're doing. And so what you have here is you have a sort of like a little homework thing here. And basically this first one is just getting you to get used to using Lumen, which is not difficult because you all know how to click things. So what is the correct result for this? Yeah, I'm giving away the answers now. But anyway, yeah, so you can do this on your own and then you submit it. Where is submit? Oh, there's submit question. So this one is mainly, it's not going to take you long. It's just to get you used to how to enter answers into Lumen. So let's see. Yeah, okay, this is nice. Okay, so it says you need to type this. But anyway, so you can do that at your leisure. It's not terrible, but I want to make sure that you get used to Lumen. So that's that. That's what the homework is going to look like. Leave it. As far as the textbook goes, you have several places to go. Either up here under textbook, you can click that, and that will give you the whole textbook, starting with the table of contents, and you can navigate the way you would a normal textbook, sort of. Or you can go to this. That's probably not going to be your preferred way of dealing with the textbook. Probably the preferred method is each of the homeworks. For example, I mean, yeah, we'll talk about this in a bit. Over here, putting it together. So the way I'm going to arrange things is, and I think now that I'm looking at this, this is slightly confusing. But anyway, we'll talk about homework eventually. So, but anything that you need to know will be just before okay, this is the first one, a preview of calculus. So you'll notice you want to at least glance at these before you do this. Or you could do this first and then glance at those. I don't know, you get 3 tries, so it's not that big of a deal. Limit of a function. Notice I have the textbook page there, and then right below it is the homework. So that's the way things are going to be arranged. Let's see, there's textbook page, blah, 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 blah. And one of the nice things about this textbook is, just a minute, if I can make it a little bit easier to see. Okay, let me see if I have a good example here. But it's like it's an interactive textbook. Yeah, here's a good example. So as you're going through, they have these little try it things. What word or phrase best fits the blank below, blah, 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 blah. And then I'll just pick one for fun. Just do this. Oh, wait, I think that's the actual answer. Okay, let's do this one. And submit. And they'll be like, no, you didn't get it right. And then you can try again. These don't count for or against you or anything. You could look at the key and oh yeah, and possibly, you're right. It should be and possibly equal. But anyway, so that's nice about this homework. So I encourage you to try, using the textbook. You can see solutions to these little embedded examples. So these are all good sort of solutions. And one of the nice things about this is that you just get you can look at the whole text, but in this way, you just get the part of the text that you need for the homework or for today's lesson and so on. You can also look ahead and say, oh, look, tomorrow we're going to be learning about this thing. I'm going to read that section. So there's no reason why you can't do that. In fact, do what helps you the best. So that is, I think that's about it for Lumen. So what you're going to, well, we'll get to that. Homework preview, we'll talk about Lumen a little bit more then. But I want to make sure we finish talking about the syllabus, because I know that the most important section of the syllabus we haven't even gotten to, at least in your minds. There's a bunch of stuff here that the university requires me to put in here. For example, course rationale. I have to say why you're taking this. I assume that you're taking this because you have to. And then some course objectives, some course policies. Let me just highlight a few of these. Class attendance. Please do come here every day. Don't skip. However, I know that sometimes you have to go to your, what is it, like esports. Esports, they're always going to meets, aren't they? Maybe not. Don't they just do it down in the, but whatever. If you have like your esports team is traveling for a particular day, just let me know and I'll make sure that you get an excused absence. Everything is good and I'll explain how that works. But other than that, please do come. There is an attendance policy that's university-wide. If you didn't know, if you miss 2 full weeks of classes, so that means for us, that would be an 8. If you miss 8 classes, then someone starts emailing you and bothering you. You don't want anyone to bother you, so don't miss 8 classes. But what they're going to tell you is that if you miss 3 weeks of classes, which for us is 12 classes, then you get booted. And I actually had someone last semester get kicked out of my class because he missed 3 weeks of classes. You don't want that to happen to you, so don't skip classes at all. Or if you do, just use it for those special days when you just can't make it to class. You know what days I'm talking about, I'm sure. But anyway, there's that. Late work. So Lumen has built into it, this homework system that we're using, has built into it a late pass system. I can grant you late passes. And instead of waiting for you to ask for a late pass for your homework, I just decided to give you each 1,000 late passes. That is more than enough for the homework this semester because you're only going to have like 40 homework assignments. So you can use a late pass on any of your homeworks. What a late pass does is it allows you to do your homework late, but you get a penalty. It's a 50% penalty for whatever you haven't done already. So let's say you did half the assignment and you got a perfect score on it, then the late pass will let you finish up the homework for a penalty, and 50% is better than 0%. So I encourage you to do this. If there are extenuating circumstances, contact me and I will see what I can do about not applying the 50% penalty to you. But basically, just do, it's not hard. You're doing it online. And I guess I'm getting up to the homework preview again. If you ever feel like the homework is too much, like if you're like looking at the homework and you're saying, there is way too much homework. He's assigning me 50 problems tonight. I didn't, don't worry. But if you ever feel like it's too much, let me know. This is my first semester using Lumen. Like I said, my colleague used it last semester and she told me I had to use it this semester. Now, if you ask her, she's going to tell you she didn't tell me I had to. But, you know, what am I going to do? I got to use the same thing she used. So I kind of have to. So I'm still getting used to the system myself. So if I assign a homework assignment and you're doing it, like Lumen tells me, it'll tell me that it thinks that the homework is going to take a certain amount of time. It'll say, like, this homework should take you 45 minutes, let's say. I think that's reasonable. Or half an hour. That seems reasonable. However, I'm not sure that Lumen knows how long you're going to take. So if you take the homework and you're taking 2 or 3 hours to do one assignment, you may want to, let me know, and then I might adjust how many problems I'm assigning. Quizzes. I give a quiz every single day except for today, although I sort of have a quiz here. No, we won't do that. So every day I give a quiz. The quiz is always based on the homework. So if you do the homework, you're going to do the quiz. The reason I do this way is because I am a believer in allowing you as many chances to fail as possible. I know that sounds a little bit weird, but think about it. The times you're learning is the times you fail. So if the only chance you have to fail is on the exam, it's kind of too late and you just fail and then you fail the course. That's terrible. So you have homework. Hopefully you'll get some of those problems wrong, but you get a chance to do them over again. So that's the beauty of the online homework is you can try it again and again until you get it right. So don't feel bad if you get the homework problems wrong because you can do them again. Quizzes, flunk a few of those. It'll make me feel better. Because when you flunk the quiz problems, then I know that there's a problem and I can either reteach or maybe just go a slower or a different direction. So, don't feel bad if you flunk quizzes. So quizzes every single day that we don't have an exam, we have a quiz, except for today. More about the quizzes in a bit, but I wanted to say this late work, just to get it out of the way. If you miss a quiz, you can never make it up. I know you feel bad about that, but it's just, I can't deal with the bookkeeping of figuring out who needs to make up a quiz and who doesn't. So here's what I do. You might say, well, wait a minute, I'm going to miss because I'm on the university foosball team and I'm going to be traveling. Okay, well, if that's the case, it's okay, because if you miss because of an excused absence, basically it goes into my gradebook as a blank, that quiz, and it doesn't count for you or against you. So it's okay. And so that's fine. If, however, you missed because you had you took a personal day. This is what I'm talking about. You know, you just, mental health day. I understand. Some days you just can't deal with it. I wish, you know, some days I feel like that. But I know I gave my daughters, when they were in high school, permission. We told them once per quarter they could take a personal day. And so they would save it up until they really needed it. I don't know if you had a policy like that in your house. But anyway, but if you miss because of an unexcused absence, maybe you decided to take your dog for a walk, whatever it is, it's okay. You know, we're all adults here. We can make those choices, but just be aware. You get a 0 for that quiz. Not a big deal because there's 40 or so quizzes. That means that 0 gets sort of absorbed into the average and you'll be fine. Even if you flunk a few of them, you're going to be fine. So that's that. Late work, you're going to be okay. Next, see what else we got. All these policies, they're all available online if you want to look at them again. Tests can't be made up except with prior notification and arrangements. You know the deal, especially the sport ball people, is you're going to miss a test every now and then. And so if that's the case, just let me know ahead of time. We'll make arrangements. It'll be good. Now, of course, you might say, well, what if I get into an accident on the way to school? Yeah, I know that happens too. So just make sure you give me the police report and I'll be happy. No, I'm just kidding. We work it out. Work it out afterwards. Oh, I just realized I forgot to do something before class today. I have my list. So I had a joke that I always tell, and I can't tell today. I'll tell it on Monday. It's going to mess up my set list. Oh, well. Okay, so planned absences for school-sponsored trips, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I get notifications for a lot of those, but do communicate nonetheless. I know lacrosse, you probably have missed quite a few, but you communicate, don't you? And your professors know. Dr. Fuller, he's like, I got to make up a lab or whatever it is. Do you do makeup labs?
I had to make up like 5 labs for Dr. Fuller last semester.
Really? Micro?
Or not last semester, last year for molecular.
Oh, molecular. Okay. Okay. I know that's always a joy for the lab assistants because they have to make up all the solutions for you special. Okay. But it's, you know, we deal with it. So it's okay. You just, and you communicated. Yeah, I'm sure you're a great communicator. Good job. Okay. Classroom decorum. Laptops and cell phones should be used for classroom purposes only. So sometimes we're going to be doing stuff on our cell phones. And so if that's the case, that's when you should be like, we're doing some Kahoot or whatever it is, you know, yeah. But otherwise, don't crotch your phone. It's really obvious. Here's what it looks like when you're crotching your phone. Yeah, just, you know, if you really need just stick it there. Put it right on front, you know, be proud of your cell phone, I guess. But same with the computers. Don't be, every now and then I'll walk around. Someone's watching the playoff games or something. I'm like, come on. Or soccer. That's the one that's usually in the mornings. You know, it's I'll have kids who follow, the Premier League or something. I don't know. It seems like I've been walking around sometimes and they've got their soccer match going. I'll be like, let's close that. So use the cell phones and laptops. I know we need to use them these days, but please do use them just for classroom purposes. Inclement weather policy, this I was forced to put on here by my boss. So every syllabus you're going to see this semester has this. If Knox County or the county in which you live, because some of you commute, is under a level 2 snow weather emergency, and I got to be honest, I don't know the difference is, which one's the worst, 1, 2, or 3? Is anyone? 3's the worst? Okay, because, I mean, so 2 is the middle, though. So 1, you're not off the hook with 1. But anyway, whatever it is, use your best judgment, be safe, and so forth. Check your email to see if class is canceled, I guess. So if campus is closed for the day, check Moodle. Because even if campus is closed, I think every day that we've closed campus every day. I can't think of a day that I've not been on campus when it's been closed. So I risk my life to be here for you. And so I'll be in my office, for example. I'll email you if it happens, if we have a snowstorm. It's like I don't know, I'm a dude. you know, the testosterone thing. Okay, maybe some of you can relate. But so I bike onto campus. Oh, my favorite was back in the old days. We didn't do this via email. We would do it like it would be on the radio. I don't know if you, yeah. Back in the old days, we would listen to the radio, and on the radio, they would say, these schools are closed because of snow. And they would go through the list like Mount Vernon City Schools, Fredericktown Schools, blah, 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 and so forth. Anyway, this one day, I remember we were level 3. We were like the worst snow emergency possible. And they're going through the list. I'm listening on the radio, and I'm like, come on, Mount Vernon, Nazarene University. They get to the M's, and then they skip down to the P's. And I'm like, well, I guess we're in session. So I got on my stuff, and I started biking. I got to campus, and it's all shut down. Like, no one's here. And I found out what happened was I was listening to WNZR, and they had chosen to take Mount Vernon Nazarene University and put it at the end of the list as sort of like, and then they, you know, drum roll, Mount Vernon Nazarene, you know, like, so it didn't help me. So after that, I was like, well, I can bike every day. But that day, I really enjoyed biking that day because I came it's just 2 miles. I came over here towards like where the bike path is, and there was a pickup truck that was off the road in a ditch, like stuck in the snow. So I'm biking along and I see this pickup truck. And so I set my bike down against the snowbank and I go help push the guy out. And then I get back on my bike and ride more. So I thought it was hilarious that a bicyclist helped a guy in a big pickup truck. So I helped push out a guy. But anyway, getting back to this. So be safe though. But also know that if we do miss class because of weather, there will be something online for you to do. I will let you know. I'll either record a video or something. And I'll probably be in my office if you want to come and get some hot chocolate. You know, because you get cabin fever if you're stuck in your dorm for too long. So there it is. Enough of that. I'll give you time for questions in a minute. But I know we're finally getting to the stuff you care about. So if you have the ability to nap with your eyes open, then now is the time to wake back up. Because here's what you really care about. So course grade composite, the way we make the grade in here is you're going to have comprehensive exams, 40% of your grade. So there will either be 4 or 5 of these, probably 4, because I like to space them out, 1/4 of the semester each time. I should have had the dates for you here, but I can tell you one of the dates right now. Where's my phone? It's disappeared. Hold on a sec. So it'll just take me a sec here. One of the dates for exams will be February 23rd. You might wonder, how do I know? Well, I always have an exam the day before spring break because I want to punish anyone who wants to leave early. You know, I can't leave early, so you know, if you have to leave early because of, well, it used to be that like the baseball team would leave a week early. It was terrible. Oh yeah, softball. You leave on the Saturday though. You're not like baseball. Yeah, okay, very good. So you do have softball in the spring. Yeah, you also can have it in the winter. Oh, okay. So when does it start? We start practicing today. Today? Not outside. Okay, in the field house? Okay, all right. At the pavilion by the fairground. In the pavilion by the fair? Oh, up there. Weird. I didn't realize that you did that. And that's a big enough, you go inside, it's like a football field inside there? Yeah, basically it's inside the football field, but there's like 2 fields, like, may split it up. Wow, I had no idea. That's really interesting. That used to be like a Seventh-day Adventist school, and they turned it into a gym. It's like a giant gymnasium? Okay. Huh. You should go up there and check it out sometime. All right, well, anyway. So probably 4 exams, 1 for every 3 or so weeks. And there will be one on February 23rd. I'll try to get the other dates for you. Oh, yeah, there's another date that, well, I'll get that by Monday. Put it on my list here. Quizzes and other class activities. So these quizzes that I mentioned, there's going to be like 40 of them, tons of them. Altogether, they're worth 20% of your grade. So you can do the math. I know you can. If you take 20% and divide it by 40, you get 0.5% for each quiz. And that doesn't count anything like if we do an in-class activity and I collect it, I give you credit for that. There's going to be something next week that I'm going to throw in there as a, so there's probably going to be more like 50 grades. So each one of your quiz grades is worth almost nothing. So that's why I say if you want to flunk a quiz or two, it's okay. You'll be all right. If you miss class because you slept in and you get a 0 on a quiz, it's okay. You're going to be all right. Okay, assignments. These are the Lumen stuff, the Lumen assignments. Just 20% of your grade. Probably I should make that more because you're all going to get 100% for that, but that's the way it is. I basically did what my colleague did last semester, so you can blame her if you'd like. And then the comprehensive final exam is 20% of your grade. So that will be, I'll tell you what day it is. That I can tell you. Let's do that. And then we'll do policies. So I know you're sick of me blabbing. You want to do something else. There it is. Look at that. At the very end of the syllabus, I have provided you with the final exam schedule. This is the hardest document to find. Well, it used to be. Do you know where the final exam schedule is online? Some of you do? Okay. So now I've forgotten everyone's name except for Thomas's. What's your name? Zach. Okay, Zach. Zach knows because he's been here 4 years. But you can find it on the portal. But you have to click a bunch of places, and it's not as intuitive. But anyway, here it is. And our class begins at 7:50. So there you go. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Ooh, this reminds me. How many of you, so engineering? Engineering?
Yeah.
Do you have a class right after this?
I do not know. So it's today I only have 2, but most other days I have a lot.
Oh, Monday and Wednesday?
Yeah.
You have downtown?
Thursday. Downtown, no. Since this is my first year on campus,
Oh, okay.
just get all the gen ed stuff.
Does anyone else have downtown classes? No one? Interesting. So you'll notice this is 7:50 or 8 a.m. Now they changed everyone to 7:50 because of downtown, because the shuttle getting you back and forth. So no one's got a class right after this downtown. Okay, that's the reason why it's 7:50. So we could switch to 8 if no one had a problem with that. I don't know. Like 10 more minutes of sleep? Is that good? I know you don't care. You're gonna be here at 6 anyway. All right. Well, how about this? We'll do a trial run. So what this means, though, is that you get out at 9 instead of 8:50. So it'd be 8 to 9 instead of 7:50 to 8:50. So we'll do a trial run on Monday. We'll see how it works, starting at 8 and ending at 9 instead of 7:50 to 8:50. And if it works for everyone, let me know. You can let me know privately. I know that you're thinking, I'm not going to, shout that one down because then everyone will be a pariah. No. You can send me an email and just let me know, or text me or whatever. Let me know that it's not going to work for you. But if it works on Monday, and I guess Tuesday might be different than Monday, then we could do 8:50. Oh, I guess there's you guys might have something going on. No? Because I know the high school, if you're trying to juggle 2 schedules. Okay, well, you think about it over the weekend and then send me an email. But on Monday, let's do this. We'll start at 8 instead of 7:50. That way you can get your beauty rest. And then also you could go get a bagel if you need to on the cafeteria. Breakfast, very important. Okay, so there's final exam. Okay, yeah, let's see questions so far, and then I'll blab some more because there's stuff that I have to legally communicate to you. So anything concerns that have come up, questions? I know I've blabbed way too long. How did this go? I was worried about what I was going to plan for today. I see now that's going to happen Monday. Yeah. Wow. You guys are either still asleep or you're just content with the way the world is. Okay, moving on then. Let us go back and I'll deal with all the legal issues. So these are things that I legally have been, I'm required to talk to you about. Actually, the first one isn't so much, but I like to. Academic integrity, basically don't cheat. there's a bunch of information there. You can click on those links and find out more about the academic integrity policy at MVNU. I will just tell it to you in a nutshell because I've dealt with this several times over my tenure here, and I don't like doing it. It is uncomfortable for me. It is uncomfortable for you if you are the one who is being accused of being a cheater. So don't cheat. That's basically the thing. So here's what happens is whenever someone cheats, why is this vibrating? I was told by my doctor I needed to wear a Fitbit, and it vibrates at odd moments. It's just telling me something. I don't know what. But anyway, so if you cheat, here's what happens. First of all, by the way, it's more obvious than you might think. Like when I get 2 papers, I won't tell you because you don't want to find workarounds, but it is surprisingly obvious when I find cheaters. And this is people who cheat in a variety of ways. Anyway. So if you cheat, what I do is I communicate with the Associate Vice President for Economic Affairs, and I tell her, I've got this person, I think they cheated. And then she looks in her files and says, look, that person cheated last year in a different class. Or she says, oh, this person hasn't ever cheated before. So she keeps record of this. Then I go to you and I have a meeting with you that's always uncomfortable. It's never a comfortable moment for me. I don't like it. You don't like it. Don't do it. But anyway, we sit down. I say, look, you cheated. Here's how I know you cheated. And then I explain this. And you're like, there's one of 2 responses. One of them is like, yeah, I cheated. That's my favorite response because then I don't have to be as uncomfortable for as long. But sometimes someone will try to make excuses. Sometimes actually once in a very long while, they will tell me what happened and I will say, oh, I understand now. Thank you. And I'll drop it and I'll communicate back with the ABPAA and say, no, they didn't cheat. It's pretty rare though, to be honest. So anyway, then after that gets resolved and we get done with our uncomfortable conversation, I communicate again with the ABPAA and I say, hey, this person really did cheat and I have to fill out a form. I send the form over, it goes in the file. The consequences are as follows. If it is the first time you have cheated university-wide, you get a 0 for that assignment. I had someone, a math major, cheat my very first semester here on the final exam. And that student went from an A to a C for their grade. It was tragic. But anyway, so you get a 0 for that assignment. If it is your second time cheating university-wide, you get a 0 for the course. So you might as well just stop coming to calculus if that's the case, because you're going to get an F. Well, unless you want to if you want to learn, then you could keep coming. And then if it's your third time cheating, we kick you out. You're expelled. And then you can apply for readmittance, but it's a big pain. So we take it seriously. So that's academic integrity. Accessibility. I won't spend as much time on this, but just be aware that we have services in the Center for Student Success. There is tutoring for this class there. That is not, so this is if you have, you probably know if you fall under this category. You don't have to tell me, but you should go access, like if you ever had an IEP or I can't think of all the, anyway, any accommodations in prior classes, then you might want to explore these services with the Center for Student Success, because we want to make sure you succeed, and if we need to provide you with accommodations, we will do that. We have various titles. They keep adding numbers. So it used to be just Title 9, now it's Title 6, 7, and 9. I don't know what happened to Title 8, but basically this is if you feel like you are being discriminated against on the basis of race, color, sex, national origin, age, disability, or military service, please do do something about it. So we actually have an Office of Civil Rights that you can go and talk to someone, like a neutral party basically, to get things resolved if you feel like you're being discriminated against. And this could be something that is as simple as maybe you're colorblind and I am not, like I have like all kinds of colors that you can't see and I'm always referring to them. Then we need to, I guess that might be accessibility services, but we need to resolve issues like that. So we want to be able to have you, I guess this is more of a discrimination thing. Sexual harassment, all of that. I think sexual harassment is down here. There's a confidentiality policy. I am I'm required to report incidences of sexual harassment or sexual misconduct if they're if I get wind of them. So the only reason I mention that is that if you tell me, then I'm legally required to go and seek help from someone, and that may be what you want if there's an issue on campus, or even off campus. If you want to go to someone to talk to about a sexual misconduct issue who is not legally required to report it, then you need to go to someone in the spiritual life, or so you can ask, are they a mandatory reporter? Someone in the counseling center, and there are a few faculty who have been trained to be non-mandatory reporters. They're mostly like people who are ordained pastor type people. So anyway, I am not one of them. That doesn't mean you can't talk to me about whatever issues you're having, but I just wanted to, I'm required to let you know that I'm a mandatory reporter. So there's that. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. That's about it. All right. Any other questions, concerns, worries, fears? What do you think, Ethan?
Yes. So back in high school with Rachel, my teacher, I don't know about the cheating thing. Is it like some the calculator? You just like basically just write a program for quality of life things like quadratic formula.
Quality of life. I love the way you describe quality of life as the quadratic formula.
Like back in algebra 2,
Wait, what kind of graphing calculator do you have?
TI-84 plus.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
basically just write a program and then it just makes it easier. Is that allowed or not?
It's fine with me. I mean, I guess if you think you're skirting, if you can write a program to do calculus, yeah, that's great. If you're downloading a bunch of stuff, yeah, that's, I guess if you're worried about it, you can always show it to me, and I'll probably be like, wow, that's so cool. Can I get a copy? So, yeah, what do you think? Wait, Thomas.
Do you want to see my program that plays tic-tac-toe on my calculator?
Not right now, but at some point maybe. I always enjoyed BlockDude. Does anyone have BlockDude? Really?
Me?
You have BlockDude on your calculator?
I used to have, what was it, like Geometry Go, where it's just a little block sliding along and you press the enter button to make it bounce. But
No, this is like a platforming game. It was actually built in. It came like preloaded into the TI-83. And I used to play that. Just, I'm a 40-year-old man playing BlockDude. It was a lot of fun, but no, I don't need to see tic-tac-toe. I think that would be boring. Did you write it yourself? Hey, that's impressive. All right. Wait, what kind of calculator do you have? Wait, TI-38? 84? Okay. All right. Yeah. So if you're worried about it, that's not the sort of cheating that I'm referring to. If you're worried, generally, those sorts of helps. Your calculator already has a quadratic solver built in. No, it's so much cooler though that you did. Does yours give you the roots as radicals?
Yes, it does.
That is so cool. Yeah. Yes.
It just took forever. And if there's already one in there, that's disappointing.
No. It's a numeric solver.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's not as cool as yours.
Okay.
No, yours is much cooler. So, sorry to burst your bubble. No. I have deep respect now for you. So you're good. Anything else? Other worries, fears? Wow, is it already? What is this? 8:44. Okay, that's all right. Okay, so we're not going to do the trig or the applications, but we are going to do the homework preview. So I need to figure out, I'm going to have to talk to my colleague about this because this is a little bothersome to me. So what are you supposed to do for Monday? Let me go back here. Okay, so you see all of these little puzzle pieces. So and you'll notice that I'm trying this. I don't know if this is the best way to organize Moodle. I know I've been doing this for 27 years, and you'd think I'd have figured out, but they keep changing our Moodles, and so I'm thinking that if you have things in a weekly sort of like, you're like, oh, this is the week. So this is the stuff that is due this week. So don't be fooled by something not be like, I guess what I'm saying is if you're just looking at this is this week, but what's due next week is not on this list. So you want to look at the stuff due next week. So here's what we'll try for homework. So we're on the homework preview phase. So all of this is going to have to wait till Monday. It's going to be all right. I'll put it right back up there. But anyway, what you'll do is you start, whenever you approach the homework, start at the top of the like next week. And when you click on this, I believe it tells you, yeah. So this one, so what bothers me, here's what bothers me. It may bother you too. What bothers me is this doesn't show up on the main Moodle page, but it shows up when you click it. So it would be nice if it was on the main Moodle page. So you could say, oh, look, that, and that. But anyway, so it says due Monday, 1:15. So that's this coming Monday. So you'll want to do this. This is the easy tutorial just to get you used to using Lumen. That is going to be fine. Okay, so let's go through and click and see what else is. Oh, come on. What else we have to do? So there's that top one. Why it matters functions. Pretest. Is that due Monday as well? Yeah, that one's due Monday. So notice that one's due Monday as well. That's, yeah, should be easy. And then this probably is due Monday, but I'm going to move that. Yeah, I'll move that. So after class, I will move that and everything else. So, but basically for now, what you're going to want to do is just each week start at the top and then do whatever, whatever is due, and then stop when it says, like this one I'm going to change to be due on the 17th, which is Wednesday. And this will be due on the 17th, which is Wednesday. This is all preliminary stuff. It's stuff we'll talk about, this trig stuff, on Monday. So I'm just this easy. We'll just push that back a day. And I'm flexible. I want to be catering to your needs as students, as well as trying to get you to do what we need to. So we never even got to that. We'll do that Monday as well. Sad. So any other worries or fears? I guess if you do, how about this? We have a couple of minutes. It is 8:48, so 2 minutes. If you want to stick around and chat, that's fine. Otherwise, you get 2 minutes to find your next class. Remember, Monday, you can come at 8:50 or 7:50, but we're going to start at 8 as a trial run. See how that goes on Monday. 8 to 9. That way you can go get a bagel in the cafeteria. I'll be here at 7:40 or whatever time to get set up. All right. Everyone good? Okay, so yeah, so come up if you want to chat. And if not, we will see you on Monday.